And at one point, Trippy found his way in, totally because I didn't give him the link or anything. He popped in. He lasted a record 1 minute before he couldn't take it. I do not know how you're going to last an hour and a half of Barbie, for the record.
I was proud of myself because I'm going to be more high than I currently am.
Oh,
different mindset. I'm not seeing it. See, I'm not seeing it for Barbie. It's not the Barbie movie. It's the Ken movie. It's going to be Ken-rific. I'm going to Ken all over the place in the theater.
Ken all over the place. That's
Kenning hard watching this movie. It's gonna be great.
Hey, Trippy.
Greetings, salutations, and other big words. My name's Ethan. My handle is Wrangler. Welcome to Frequency Studios. It's another Monday night. Time for some weekly Wing It. And starting it off, chaos can bring fortune, disaster, and a weird combination of both. So please welcome its herald, Stormcrow.
Howdy, little mother. You know what? I am hoping today that at the very least you had a better day than me. But know that when I'm dealing with you fine people, it's half and half. Half of you are amazing, the other half are complete garbage. Billy Bob. Man, sorry. Something in my throat.
Shut the fuck up, you little bitch.
You shut the fuck up, you tranny bitch.
And next up, it's the woman who can somehow pony up an interesting story on the spot. It's Maji Chan.
Hello. How are you?
Doing good. You?
Yeah, I'm here. Drugs kind of wear off, so if I start disappearing, I fell asleep.
Gotcha.
You're gonna fall asleep to the sound and beautiful melodies of Ebony and Draco. You know that, right?
No. What happened was I went to the dentist this morning and got a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, say no more. Dentist and stuff is all the mental image we need. And I'm already
Not me,
going,
though. I need more. Come on, Maji. Tell me what they did to you. Share your pain.
And the guy below that, he's the guy that can't stand bright light and loves midnight snack time. It's Billy Bob Sack.
Bright light.
I love also bathing in water and giving, birth to my babies.
Man.
He's also a horny bastard.
Yes.
After that, it's the guy who digs up a lot of news. If Odin knows it, he knew it first. It's Raven Nevermore.
Hey, been busy with all sorts of things. Have a house showing this weekend and trying to find another house. So busy.
Yeah,
Man, you're trying to.
It almost never ends. And then we have the gentleman who's created interesting IP like Hall Cedric or the Wig of Destiny. You can hedge your bets with Herman P. Hunter.
Hey, yo.
Don't forget, buy his book.
Yeah, buy my book.
Buy his book.
Buy my books.
Oh, there's a snake in the hedge.
Snake in the hedge.
Snake in the hedge.
Ooh, a snake in the hedge.
Got nothing but a snake in the hedge. Anyways.
It says,
Careful, boy.
Hith.
Careful, boy. Birds eat snakes. You got a bird here. So we gotta keep it down, boy.
Depends on what kind and what.
Yeah, it depends on the snake, dude.
Yeah. Well, do you like memberberry pie, but you're sick of everybody ruining the recipes lately? Well, then how about try some good memberberry wine, as you can retrace history with Readout Productions.
Woo! Read out as he's drinking a root beer.
Oh, crap, this is my shill. Hi. How do I end up here again? Oh, yeah, I was kidnapped. Surprisingly,
My
kidnapped.
My immortal.
It was the Mogwai that kidnapped me, and now I'm
Anyways.
No.
Yes, I listened to the second half today.
Hey, root
I'm
beer.
sorry.
Did Royce give you some of his beers?
I like root beer.
Nobody. Oh my God, that was a good joke.
It was a good joke.
I don't
Yes,
get it.
and I killed it.
I don't get it.
I killed it cold.
Royce,
Like
Like
most of the
root
people
beer.
I talk about.
Royce
They're
likes to
dead.
drink these. He
Many
said,
years
I think
ago.
it was said last live stream that he doesn't like beers with malt in it. I'm like, dude, that's like all beer is fermented malt.
Well, you know something you say when you drink beer?
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
How's it going, Gino?
Gino.
Oh, I was gonna say, give me
Nice
more.
pieces.
Also down there is Guilty Gearhead. He says, hello.
I mean, without malt,
Maji got the good stuff.
I mean,
Damn,
without
my
malt,
guy.
basically you have water, hops, and yeast. So it's this funky, bitter tasting water.
That the millennials drink and think tastes great.
That's true.
I don't know
Well,
what you boys, but when I drink myself some Michelob Ultra like a real man, I don't do that root beer shit and that pansies do. No, thank you.
Meanwhile, I'm drinking seltzer. Yay me.
It's a
Water.
poor man's drink, man. I don't blame you.
Well, then, how about a real man's drink? I got some black coffee.
Once again, I have water.
I just got an espresso machine.
Nice. Have you tried it yet?
Espresso.
No, not yet.
I got crack cocaine.
Yeah, we believe that, Billy Bob.
I got the heroin, man.
No, you
That's
don't-
way better than crack.
Okay.
Dude, crack is so
In
80s.
Minecraft. In
Are you
Minecraft.
even allowed to mention
In
drugs on
Roblox,
YouTube?
in Minecraft.
Yes, you can
Well,
mention drugs on
Surprisingly,
Have,
yes.
how many times have we had Trippy on here?
there. How many times
How
have we
many times
mentioned
have we been
cocaine
kicked off?
shark? Cocaine shark? Cocaine shark.
That's true. Cocaine shark.
And
Yeah, say
And
it 3
heroin.
times and he'll show up behind you.
heroin badger, heroin badger, heroin badger. Damn it, he didn't show up.
Isn't heroin
Uh,
a downer so the badger would actually be more passive?
Alcoholic chipmunk, alcoholic chipmunk, alcoholic chipmunk. Didn't
Wouldn't that just be the Alvin and the Chipmunks grown up
that
after they become like Disney, ex-Disney child stars?
Don't give him
That-
ideas.
Yeah,
Don't give
you're-
him ideas.
Somebody's gonna rate that now. Thanks a lot. And
Yes,
now, if it
they
gets written,
are.
I'm gonna have to read it.
Yes, they are. And
Stormcrow's
yes, you
already.
will.
Your gears are already turning, aren't they?
You have no idea. Listen, you people just give me free ideas. Like I already got an idea to do like a psychological book about the heartwarming story of Ugambo, the child prostitute turned super soldier in the future.
Yeah. Well, here's somebody who had an idea. If for those who saw the Wednesday stream, I had mentioned Captain Garrett from Swords and Starships. At the time, I didn't realize he has a book called Blood Oath. And is that coming through clearly for you? Because my
Actually,
screen
that's
just
blood
pixelated.
and oak. Okay,
Blood and
gotta
oak.
get it right. There we are.
Yeah,
Yes,
stop
Blood
flaming.
and Oak.
I'm just seeing a little white circle there. I don't see no book.
Is it
I see book.
not showing?
No, I'm not seeing mine.
I see book.
Okay, yeah.
Just you. Just you.
Okay, I see it. I see it.
All
Hey,
right.
that looks cool.
So let's go over the blurb. In 1798, the Barbary pirates stole his freedom. Now John Sullivan wants blood. Growing
Cancel.
up on his father's ship was an adventure for young John. His world crumbled the day the Barbary pirates took him away in chains, along with his mother and sister. 5 years later, after a daring escape to America, John is eager to join the USS Philadelphia and meet the corsair with steel. Then one stormy night, a stranger brings word his sister Caitlin is alive. John must risk everything on a bold plan to sail to the Barbary coast. To defy the odds and free his family, he'll need his skill with a blade, his leadership in battle, and his wits at sea. In his path, cutthroat smugglers, ruthless pirates, and a deadly foe bent on destruction. Yet in John Sullivan's heart, the fires of revenge blaze ever hotter, threatening to burn those he loves. In his bid to save the lost, He may find his most dangerous enemy lies within.
Sold. I want to buy it. Amazing. Definitely going to get canceled because they mentioned the Barbary Coast. You're not allowed to talk about black slavery, black slave owners to be exact, especially the Muslim ones. So yeah, definitely going to buy it because he's being daring. I love daring
Oh.
authors.
That's how
Buy
you
it
get
right now.
past the censorship. You got also the word "fuck" is censored in your chat, by the way.
Really?
Who, me?
Yeah, because I had to spell it with a capital C. And it,
Huh.
Mm. Oh, so that's why most of my comments don't show up on Royce's stream on Sunday? They're
no, we
censoring
just
me?
ignore them. No, we just ignore them.
Yeah, no, he just like deletes yours.
Wait, he
Yeah.
deletes my comments before they show up?
Yes.
In the words of Matthew Hardy, delete, delete, delete.
I would never do that to you guys. You know that, right?
It's inconsistent as what words are censored in the chat. Like some channels, I can fucking say anything in there, and then some, it's like half your comments don't show up, don't actually show up.
Fucking YouTube.
Hey, TJ Marquise has joined us. He says, "Yo, what's going on, TJ?"
Hello, Mr. TJ. I am very happy to see you. Please keep shilling Mr. Kitsun Chia's book. He is nearing that goal, and I want those books published pronto.
Speaking of shilling, can we pull up Fund My Comic real quick?
Oh, absolutely.
I'm sorry for distracting, Wrangler. I do want to read this, but we got to give attention to the poor woman has trauma from reading my
Whatever.
immortal.
No, Ravenloft. He is so close to his goal. I would put more towards it, but yeah, I spent too much on it already. But I'm just trying to get him over this goal limit.
How long does he have before the campaign closes?
Hold on. Do you have a direct link over in the privates?
I
maybe?
can get one real quick. Hold on.
Or what am I looking up?
He should be near the beginning because he's near his goal.
But I don't know what I'm looking for yet.
Oh, gotcha. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Maji, just
whose
tell him what the
project-
name.
Yeah.
Coronated.
The name.
Oh, come
Tell
on.
me your name.
God damn it, Maji.
Well, we could look at Anvil for a second. I'm pulling it up.
How about
No,
free
come
shillings
on, let's
and we
just
forget
tell
the
us
name?
so we can look for it. Come on. We'll show that later. Just come on.
Everything is infested in the name.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to remember the name.
Super powered Smash Masters.
I'm brain fogged, okay?
One thing that they do need to do in Fund My Comic is work on
name.
work on the search. I know the guy who does great Cyclopean.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Christopher.
We'll click
I
on
can
it. We'll
never-
talk about it while Maji's snorting cocaine. I mean, looking
Top
up.
of it, yeah.
I'm pulling up my contributions. Thank you very much.
Taking a fucking
Great
hell of a long time.
Cyclopean sizzle reel.
Okay, it's Demon Hunter Omnius.
Oh, McCoppin stuff.
No, it's Divine Anomaly 1.
Oh,
I
yeah.
bought-
Sorry. I was thinking Demon Beaver when you said that.
Yeah. No, I bought the Demon Hunter Raven Omnius.
I will slay the demon beaver and take
Oh.
its pelt for my hat.
You brought me back to the Great Beaver Otter Race War of 1819.
That's not it.
Andrew Campbell has joined us, and so has the Myriasphere Origins. How you guys doing tonight?
Hey, Mariosphere, been a while. Okay,
Howdy,
here it is.
sir.
Divine Anomaly Volume 1. That's the one he's got going right now. Part of his crowdfunding was buying his older works, which was Demon Hunter.
Who is this?
Raven's Loft. He's in the Gilded.
I knew that. I did know that.
You do now. Technically, you do know that now.
Yeah, I do know that now.
Here, you want me to send it to you?
Oh, yeah. When you said here it is, I thought you were sending it.
Oh,
That's why.
sorry. I'm a space cadet.
What
Do you have a
your
red
teeth
shirt?
pulled or
If you
something?
have a red shirt, you're fucked.
You know, I wouldn't put it past me of having a red shirt.
Fool. You know what? Considering the modern Star Trek we're dealing with, you're better off being a red shirt.
If Shatner calls you saying he's organizing a landing party, just hang up.
You know what? You just gave me that's the perfect guy, and I could never afford him. We were talking last night about who I think would be good to read my novel. That would be perfect, but William Shatner is going to be forever way out of my reach. So,
Yeah.
Spock,
Really?
Spock.
Really? You want to grab that guy to read your book?
actually, yeah, he would probably do that well.
You have
So
Spanish
well, I
in the
can't
book.
read him.
You have Spanish in the book, dude. Can he even read Spanish?
There's like 3
Doesn't
lines in
matter.
the
It's
whole
William
book.
Shatner.
No
Hello
one
there,
gives a
fine
fuck
sir.
if
I
you're
will
dead or not.
have 3 tacos, por favor.
This is being a pain in the behind to share. Hold on.
Hold up. Do that as Sean Connery.
It's. I'll have 3 tacos, por favor.
Okay,
And if you don't
regular
provide
gilded.
them quickly, I will give you an open hand slap.
What was that, Maji?
It's in gilded. It was being a pain.
All right.
Actually, I almost shared it with Trippy Soul. It's almost in gilded.
Where is Trippy Soul? Did he abandon the stream?
He's been working super early mornings.
He's one with
Yeah,
the
he
cloud
joins when he
on
can.
top
3
of
in the morning.
roofs.
It's a shame. I love listening to him to that man reading some poetry in that sweet hamster voice of his.
There.
Divine Anomaly, Volume 1. Follow demon hunters in their fight against supernatural forces across various time periods. Graphic
Ooh,
novels.
hey, that sounds cool.
Now, who is this in the Gilded?
Ravenloft.
Okay.
So,
He doesn't really
I-
chat and hang
Yeah,
out, but
I
he
was gonna
pops
say,
into videos.
I don't think I ever. I don't even think I've ever spoken to him in there. I'm not sure. It's
But I love the artwork here. Like
Yeah,
he
this
actually
is
makes
like-
this in like
go.
Western and manga style
If
together
you
pretty good.
one of the things you could buy his Omnius from his other works. That's what I did.
Whoa.
All right.
Is
This
that,
chick in the middle looks freaking awesome.
is that Cyber Girl cat ears?
Yes.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, I'm buying it.
Both
Okay.
him and RH
Ravenloft,
Snow's
If you're
Watchers of the
listening,
Dam.
I
are
just
low.
got you a sale.
Yes, gentlemen, you found out my secret. You wanna make me buy your book? Here's what you got to do to get Stormcrow to buy your book. But
If you want me to buy your book, make it cyber furry friendly.
Oh,
Anyway,
jeez.
yeah,
It's not a
yeah.
book I wrote, but have you ever heard the John Brown Isekai?
No.
Boy, do I have a tale for you, Crow.
For what?
If you want cat girls with historical figures.
What? You're lying. I know you're lying to me. That's no way. You lying?
That sucks.
okay, Maggie, what were you saying when I was interrupting you?
No, you're
Rudely
good.
interrupting you? No, you go.
I am evil.
No, something about RH.
Winnie the Pooh.
Oh,
one of the
RH
hunters.
Snow is RH Snow needs some help with her campaign. She's about halfway there, but she still needs about $250.
Also, fuck Christian.
Where is her campaign? Is it on Fund My Comic?
Yeah, it's on Fun My Comics.
Hey,
All
you
right,
take
then we're
that
going to
back.
have to go find that too.
That one's under her actual name, though. Watcher of the Dam.
Okay.
Be there.
Billy
be there.
Bob. Billy Bob, I want you to take
Where's the
back that
search
fuck you.
bar?
Take
I
that back
think it's
fuck
in the
you to
top.
Kahuna.
Also, fuck Christian.
Fuck. No, you take that back. He's a cool guy. How dare you say
Explore.
fuck Christian?
Excuse me? Who are we talking about?
Christian, the ultimate kahuna right there. Don't
You're-
say
You're
fuck him.
assuming someone else.
I'm not finding a search on this.
Okay, if you hit the 3 lines and hit Explore, it'll pop up a search button.
Listen, you
Ah.
don't even know who I'm referring to, Stormcrow.
It'll show the first page, and then down, if you scroll down just a tad, it will also show a search there. Campaign search.
Okay.
Well, you
Also,
know
fuck
what?
Christian.
Is it all one word?
Watch your
There it
space. There.
Ah,
Don't.
get back here.
Go back and delete it.
There you go.
All right, yeah.
Read
Click it
out.
quick.
Was it your reaction to the what was it, WrestleMania? What WrestleMania was it? 39, 38?
No, this was the I'm talking about my uncut history episode on the Mankind and Undertaker match. I showed 10 seconds of W footage, 10 freaking seconds, and gone. Stream gone.
Sir, you gotta understand that YouTube Gestapo, they're ever vigilant for people like you and me. You haven't caught me yet because apparently I'm smarter than you. So there you go.
Uh-oh.
Gino got taken down for being too awesome.
Yeah, he has that over me. He's just awesome. He gets down for just being sheer awesome. Anyways,
Yeah,
Watcher of the Dam.
I would like to play this teaser video, and then after that, my whole screen is flickering nonstop now. So after I play this, I'm probably going to have to restart my computer.
Oh no.
No.
You might need to move us to the side.
What's that?
You might need to move our name tags down to the side.
Listen, he's an old man, Mod. You putting a lot of work on him.
Trail of Travel coming September 2023. Watcher the Dam. Join the revelation at watcherthedam.com.
You know, most revolutions are fucking stupid, but it was led by a woman like IronAge. No, you got a frontline commander, man. I salute you.
No,
Yeah, I
Snow's
told-
good.
Unfortunately, my whole screen is flickering out pretty bad. So, Billy Bobsack, you got the lead till I get back. I need to restart.
Give
the computer.
it to Herman. He knows Snow.
Yes.
I do.
Democracy vote. Democracy
Yes, I do.
vote. Herman gets it. Me and Manji voted. Herman's gonna be the lead.
Did you see what happened when I let Billy decide what I would do for a video?
Yep.
All right, so the democracy
That's why
has
Billy's in
voted.
charge.
Herman is the
See you in a
lead.
few.
Anyway, Herman, what were you going to say about Snow?
I told Royce, I said, when he first had her on, I said, you know, I'm just making you aware that RH Snow, because I've known her since before I got involved with the IronAge. I said that, you know, she's kind of like a force of nature, and so now that's become a big saying now. RH Snow is like a force of nature. Well, that started with me.
She is an amazing woman, sir, and I mean that with all the respect that saying should be given to. Okay,
Did you
All right.
watch the interview with her?
I did. All right, and listen, this is me being serious right now. She DM'd me on Twitter, and she said that I'm not joking when I say this. She said that she was proud of me when I did the stream with Royce, that I handled myself professionally and all that, and I nearly lost a tear. That's really high praise coming from someone like her, and you know, you could say that she's really important to all of us here. At least she is to me.
No, she is.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, sentimental. What, you want to fight about it? I'm more than happy to fight about it right now. Huh?
Fight how much we endure ourselves. Fight.
I see a thumb war coming on.
I'm not fighting.
Hell
She
yeah.
is the queen of the IronAge.
I will crush your thumb.
Yes.
Your thumb will be squashed beneath my muscular thumb, and you will beg for mercy.
Yes, sir.
I will hear the
It's a 20
lamentation
years
of your
freaking
women.
living something.
Anyways,
I don't have any, so we're good. Hi, Guilty. Hi, Kohana. Various fear origins. What are you shilling? I don't think any of us have actual control.
Are those kids running around in the background?
Maybe.
what kids? I don't hear
that
any
would be
kids.
Stormcrow.
They sound like they're having a karate match, and it's quite entertaining.
You sure your earbuds aren't like picking up the neighbor's one of those nursery things where they put in the nursery to listen to the baby.
Oh yeah.
No, sorry. That's
Well, technically,
Wrangler, do you hear any kids? I don't hear any kids.
Somebody got defeated. Hey, look who it is! He does
Hey
exist.
everybody!
he
How you
remembers
guys
us.
doing?
It's the man with the
Wow.
imagination
James.
so big, his world literally had to be endless. It's James Esparza.
How's everyone doing? It's been a while, couple weeks.
Oh my gosh,
I haven't had a Monday off in a while.
Yeah,
But
I
now
figured
you're
that new
here,
work
so we can
schedule was a
party.
problem for you.
I'm here, everybody. What the hell's that noise?